Hello everybody, my name's Nemo, and I'm finally done unlocking the Boros deck. Man, so much work unlocking 30 cards. I really wish the PC version of this game could get some deck keys, but jeez. Anyways, I want to do a quick look at the deck. This is not a final deck build. I can't stress that enough. This is not the final deck build. Definitely not. This is no building the decks episode. This is just a quick look at how I set my deck up for now. And I think it can be a good starting point for how you want to build the deck. So let's just do a quick look at it. Assault Strike, Terramorphic Expanse, I got none of them in there, and I'm running 61 cards. Because this is an aggressive deck, I want to be really aggressive with it. And 21 lands may even be too much. So I'll even have 61 cards in there and take out all the lands I can take out. So yeah, really all in on the aggressive side there. Assault Strobe may be useful, may not be useful, so I'm including one of them for now. 2 Arms, I don't like the card. Just from unlocking the deck, I found that I don't like the card. Like, it's mostly you're only gonna play this to draw a card, and if that's all you're gonna do with it, then it's a waste of 2 mana. So I don't like it for that reason. Boros Recruit, first strike guy, and this deck has a lot of stuff that can pump it, so it's really good. Lightning Serpent is a very good game ender, definitely include that. This guy is a 2-2 with upside, may have some really useful abilities, may not be useful, but still it's a 2-2 for 2, so you can't complain there. This guy is a practical 2-2 for 2, with the upside that if you get some pump abilities, he becomes really powerful with the double strike there. Lightning Helix is of course amazing removal. Rise of the Hobgoblins is just incredibly powerful. Just getting all those guys and being able, like if you have a lot of guys and you may have some pump spell or artifact or enchantment or anything out there, then having all these 1/1s is just incredible. You basically, this is what you want to do in a weenie deck, is get a lot of weenies and then make them big. And if you can give them all first strike, then they can actually block really well as well. I mean, if you have a bunch of free ones, for instance, that like you give them first strike, then you can block anything pretty much. So really powerful spell. I definitely include these guys. I include 4 of them. I don't like them that much, but you want to include 4 of them because you want to have enough fast creatures to make this deck actually work. But they are like this ability could be really relevant anyways, and you can't complain as it's a 2-cost guy. If it gave everything +1/+1, then that would be just way too good. So +0/+1 is, I mean, it's relevant, it's good, and it's a 2-2 with upside. So you can't complain there. May make your side of the board hard to deal with for a burn deck or a green deck or something like that. Fire at Will may be useful, may not be useful, so one of them in there just to test it. I don't know, it can slow down your game plan, so it may not be too great. Like, it seems really good, but of course you always want to look at when you see a card like this, the first thing that pops in your head is like the moment when they have 3 1/1s that you get with this. Like, I mean, you get the absolute amazing situations is what you think of, but there's also situations where like you have to actually work toward making this effect actually do something, and in those situations may not be the best card. Intimidation Bolt is really good because it stops them from attacking on their turn and deals with the creature, or you can attack them and like other creatures can't attack this turn. You'd think that means that you can't play it on your turn, but you can if you've already attacked or are in the middle of combat. Like, I mean, then you basically attack means the moment you click, this guy goes, and then you say continue in the attack step, and that is attacking. And everything that happens after that, this card doesn't care about it. So if your guys are already on the move, on the offensive, and he blocks, like he double blocks, you can definitely use it to take out one of the creatures that double blocks and have the other creature die, for instance. So good offensive, good defensive possibilities for this card, really good. Mentor of the Meek is really powerful because you've got a lot of 2-power cards, so you can definitely draw a lot of cards. And the card that this makes me think of is the card in the Celestial Light that draws you card whenever you gain life, and this is basically like that, but you've got 2 of them. So yeah, really good card advantage there, and makes a very aggressive deck into something that may actually still be relevant late game. So yeah, definitely includes on those. Aggravated Assault, I don't know if I like it. I may still test it later, just to check it out. Actually, I will test it later. But for now, I don't include it because what I want for my combat tricks is to actually push through and deal with my opponent's creatures so that I can start actually attacking. And this doesn't deal with my opponent's creatures. So all my small stuff, that's the thing you need to do with a weenie deck, is to actually have combat tricks so that you can deal with their bigger creatures, and then you all of a sudden are able to attack with all those weenies on the following turns. This doesn't do that. This just makes it so that once you're finally attacking with all your weenies and they don't have anything to block, then this is good. But that's what I call a win more card, because you're already doing what this deck wants to do, so you're probably already winning anyway. So I don't like it for that reason. So yeah, Banalish Veteran is, well, he's a 2/2 on defense, he's a 3/3 on offense, and that's kind of weak for a free cost creature. But I guess the reason they included this card is because of Mentor of the Meek, because it does trigger Mentor of the Meek because it's kind of a 2/2. So I don't think that's powerful enough to include the guy, but I may reconsider if I need more creatures. And that may very well be the case. I'm running 60% creatures, and that's a little bit on the low side for a deck like this. So may include it later on, but we'll find out. And I don't really know what I want to get rid of. Rally the Righteous, for now I'm running 2 of them. The upside is that, yeah, I mean, it's a +2/+0, so it could be really good to deal a lot of damage, and if you get first strike, that could be really relevant, and then the that it gives +0 as toughness doesn't really matter. So it could be that could be irrelevant, but if it's not irrelevant, then it's kind of annoying because you can't like deal with your opponent creature and have your guy survive, and that's, I don't know. I think I prefer the card in Peacekeepers that just gives everything +2/+2. That's just better. But this does have the upside of that it can be useful in defense as well. Another problem it has is that you have to actually target the creature. So just imagine this, right? You've got a bunch of 2/2s, the opponent has a bunch of 4/4s. You've got something on the board that can give all your creatures first strike. Like Rise of the Hobgoblins. This is something that'll happen a lot actually. This is not like out of the ordinary that something like this will happen. Okay, so you're attacking with all your guys. You give all your guys +2/+0 and you give them first strike, or that's your plan. So like they block, and then you're like, haha, Rally the Righteous, and you target a creature and they have a removal spell and you kill that creature, and now you lose all your creatures and they don't lose any creatures. I mean, that just tricks yourself when that happens, and having to target a creature makes this card just so much less powerful. But on the other side, like in 2-headed Giant, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing when you combo this deck with Goblins or Peacekeepers, and then this card is gonna be really good because it triggers their guys as well. Oh, that's something else as well for 1v1, is that if their opponent is running a white or red deck, then it may be really annoying that their guys get to be pumped as well. Although if you have first strike, then it doesn't matter. So yeah, some downsides to the card, some upside, but it is a card that pumps your side, and that's what you want to do with a deck like this. So 2 of them in there for now. May include a third. I don't know yet what it's going to be in the final deck build. Breath of Fury, same thing as Aggravated Assault. I don't like it because it's just a win more card. Breath of Life. Hey, look, breath and breath. Ha, funny. Anyways, Breath of Life gets back a big dude, but I'm not really running any super big dudes, so I don't really see the point in including him in this deck. Scourge of the Noblesse is a really powerful card. Did I just go for the 4-cost cards and skip this? Man, I'm weird. Anyways, Scourge of the Noblesse is just, wow, insane card, really aggressive, but can help in the late game. and just the lifelink can really make a difference. It can gain you a lot of life, and it can win games against, for instance, Pack Instinct, which should be a really tough matchup, but thanks to cards like Scourge of the Nobilis, can be done. Sky Knight Legionnaire is a 2/2 flying haste. What's more to say, include all 4 of them. Bright Flame may be useful, may not be useful, a card that I definitely have to test out to see just how good it's gonna be, and why did I just unfortunately take out one of them, I don't know. But yeah, just one of them for now, and I'm gonna see. Faith's Feathers is really good, deals with anything. A mistake I made in the previous video that some of you rightfully spoke up about is the fact that I said that mana abilities, I thought that mana abilities were like any ability that requires mana to use. That's not the case. And the moment I said it, I was already going, wait a second, there was something about this card but I couldn't think of it, so I just went with what I knew. But that was wrong. It's been too long since I played Dark Heavens in the previous game, apparently. But mana abilities are abilities that actually produce mana, and they aren't in this game. So it's irrelevant. Unless like lands produce mana, so I guess it doesn't prevent lands from producing mana, even though you can enchant a land with this and gain 4 life. But yeah, just a really good card, and the fact that it gains you 4 life is pretty relevant, because when you need this is when you're getting when the opponent has a bunch of really big creatures that you can't deal with any of your other cards. In that case, he's probably attacking you instead of you attacking him, so you may need that 4 life to hang on a little bit longer, so can be really good there. Then there's this guy, like the 4 cost stuff is when I start swinging in, pretty much, when I start bringing out stuff that really makes my creatures bigger and allows me to deal a lot of damage to the opponent. So Flamekin Zelef definitely does that. He comes out as a 2/2 and then becomes a 3/3, which means that, of course, Mentor of the Meek triggers on it. So could draw a card from that, pretty awesome. And then he attacks as a 3/3 with haste, and all your other guys get +1/+1 for that turn. Really good, really offensive, exactly what this deck needs. And Glory of Warfare is just insanely powerful enchantment. I don't really need to explain it, it's just good. And that's why I don't run Spite Mare, is because all these other 4-drops are so good and I don't want to include another 4-drop. And like this is, like I said, when I start swinging in, so why do I want to play something that doesn't even have haste on that turn? It doesn't make too much sense to me. So anyways, and the same goes for the Sun Omen Enforcer. I don't really see what it's doing in this deck other than that it is a Boros card, I guess, but it just doesn't really fit in an aggressive deck. Then we get to the 5-drops, where Argus Cast is obviously just really powerful, makes all you guys attack for more. Balefire Leash, obviously powerful, makes all you guys attack for more. And look at this ability, like what the hell, that's so good, so insane. Bysandra, the downside is that you can't cast spells during combat, which this deck kind of wants to do. But you can still cast your spells before combat, and mostly by the time you get to this, like, the reason you would want to cast spells in combat is to trick the opponent and get rid of their creatures so they can't block you anymore. But Bysandra can already make it so the opponent can't block you anymore. So, like, it's kind of irrelevant that you can't use combat tricks, because, like, they don't have any creatures to defend with if you're using this correctly. So, whatever. Yeah, and it's a 4/4 flyer, and besides, you can still give your guys first strike with Rise of the Hobgoblins and Boros Guildmage, because those are abilities and not spells, and Bysandra only prevents spells being used during combat. So, I mean, all in all, just a really good card, definitely good in this deck. I think I included it in the other deck as well in 2012, when I finally realized that, hey, if the opponent isn't able to block me, then it doesn't matter if I can't cast spells during combat. Once I realized that, I definitely included Bysandra in that deck as well. So, and it's in here as well now. Noblest of War is another one of these guys. It makes your guys bigger, and just, yeah, I mean, that's what you want. So in there, Lightwheel the Paladin. Alright, so it's a terrible card. It's only ever good against black or red, and black and red is gonna have the removal to deal with this guy, so no good card. Pulsardon, I'd like it to have trample, please. I mean, that wouldn't be too much to ask for 6 mana. I mean, if you get rid of the vigilance, just give trample instead. This would be a much more aggressive card at least. But yeah, I don't know, it's just not good. Firemane Angel also, yeah, interesting card. Maybe useful, probably good inclusion if you're teaming this deck up with Celestial Light, is what I can think of. Yeah, I don't know, maybe if you're playing against Mill, but then you'd have to know that you're playing against Mill. And even then you need 10 mana to use its ability. Yeah, it's an interesting card, and definitely if you have the mana it's good, but you need to have the mana, and it's an aggressive deck. I don't know about it. Hammerfist Giant is a big dude that comes out and deals 4 damage and kills himself when he does it. What the fuck? He has he kills himself. I don't. This is 6 mana for a 4 damage the turn after it's played. Like what? It's just bad. Sunblast Angel. It's not very likely that the opponent's creatures are gonna be tapped because you're gonna be on the aggressive. On the offensive most often, so you kind of have to trick the opponent for this to even work. And again, it's 6 mana. But definitely, of the 6 manas, this is probably the one I think about including though, because it's just really powerful and definitely did a lot of work for me in Wielding Steel and as well in Dark Heavens in the previous game. So, we get the 7 mana. What? No, just 7 mana. A really good card. And this does have flying, so that's the thing I hated about this guy as well, is that he doesn't even have any means of getting in there, so if the opponent is playing Duel. No, actually, they can just block with a black or red permanent anyway, so whatever. This doesn't even have any way to make sure that it gets in. Well, at least this guy has flying, so that's a little bit better. So it'll at least, yeah. But I don't like it that much, and for 7 mana it's just ridiculous. Too much mana for this deck, and Stormburn, what? No. Terrible. So, alright, that's the quick look at this deck. And we're gonna get some gameplay as well to go along with it. And again, this has not been a deck build or anything. This is just how I build my deck for now. And it could be a good starting point for you guys. So I wanted to bring out something that may help you build the deck. And that's what I did. So, yeah. Let's see if Arg wants to play a game. Alright, we're in a game and I'm not keeping this hand. This is definitely better. Hi, good luck and have fun. I don't like using, like, you could say this, GLHF. That's good luck, have fun, but whatever, I don't like doing that. I'm not lazy enough to do that, and I'm a pretty fast typer, so whatever. But it looks like we're playing against one of the other new deck, so this is gonna be interesting. Coiling Oracle is what I'm facing here, and that thing either draws him a card, or if it's a land, it just puts it on the battlefield immediately, and it's a 1/1 for 2 mana. So pretty good card there. This guy is double strike 1/2. I guess we don't really need to talk about my deck anymore, because I showed it to you in the same video, but we can talk about his card when he plays him, I guess. Free cost a flyer, that's a... No, it's not a flyer. It just seems like a flyer, I don't know. Free cost 2/2 that whenever he draws a card he gets a +1/+1. And he has a trick here, so I'm not too interested in blocking. Ha! I made him use it because he thinks I blocked him, I think. Did he? Yeah. Well, I guess he wants to get in for 5 damage then, but that may be it, but I don't know. Maybe he thought that I actually blocked him. I don't know about that. Anyway, Scourge of the Noblest is just really good in this guy, so I'm just gonna go for it. And this is 6 damage, so he's gonna probably chump block here. In which case I dealt with this guy and played that card, so yeah. Yes it is. Yes it is. That's 6 to you and 6 to me. That's spreading him for 12. That's right. I mean, he gets dealt 6 damage, I get 6 life. It's just insane. And he's gonna get Groundswell back again, but I mean, the fact that I'm gaining so much, and I've got a Lightning Helix, so if he wants to try and, yeah, I don't know if you should be that aggressive if I'm gaining life off Scourge of the Nobilis. Maybe he has Pongify. That's the thing I could think of, is that he has Pongify here. I guess, well, whatever, I'm playing this guy. Because I could definitely just use the Fire Breathing ability on the Scourge of the Nobilis and make him attack for a lot, but I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket too much. So I'll just gain 8 life, attack, yeah, I mean, yeah. If he had Pongify, then I would have been sad if I did that. So instead I played Flamekin Zealot there. Now I can just kill him with Lightning Helix, so. Yeah. I mean, he wanted to be aggressive, but I had Lifelink. And I mean, this is just such a good combination. It's ridiculous. So, whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and Lightning Helix him to the face. Ooh, almost chose myself. And GG. Ah, darn it. I could have sworn I pressed the G button twice. Guess I'm not such a fast typer after all. Gee, try and speak, Nemo. Try and speak. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this little video and the quick win. That's pretty much perfect. Quick win after a quick look at my deck. And, I mean, 22-minute video is fine with me for such a purpose. So, hope you enjoyed this. If it helped you out in any way, then go ahead and leave your like, a thumbs up, cause it helps out my channel, grow. Leave your comment as well, cause I like seeing comments, you know. Yeah. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. My name's been Nemo. My name will still be Nemo then. Bye.